In my writings, I've been writing almost every day. I had two writings that came pretty early on in the start of me doing this process. And um, both of them I kind of read and I was like, oh, that's interesting or nice. And then as I started to sit with it and really integrate it, I was like, whoa, these are profound. These are really deep. This takes me to a different level. And there's a lot of opportunity for transformation. So this is the other writing that came in. Alone does not exist. We are like holes dug in the sand at a beach. There's always water reaching out to smooth the gaps. Otherwise, the dryness would make us crumble. So this phrase, alone does not exist, that took me weeks to finally integrate a piece of that. And I'm still anchoring it in. It's truly profound and truly huge. Just think about it for a minute. What would your life be like if you 100% knew you are not alone? How would you relate to yourself? How would you relate to others? Truthfully, like when I sit with that, I really think I mostly understand it with my mind, and a little part of me understands it as a lived experience. Because if I truly lived that way in every moment, I wouldn't have fear, I wouldn't have worry, I wouldn't have doubt, I wouldn't have insecurities, I wouldn't be caught in the mind as much. I mean, they might arise, but I wouldn't be caught in it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So it's a pretty profound and huge reality that we exist in. It really means that we have to really accept all of who we are and that we have access to everything in any moment, because we're accessing a space that's much bigger than us. And this is why all the saints, well, not all, but a lot of saints could bilocate and teleport and fly and do all these interesting things, is because they wholeheartedly believed they were not alone. That there was a space that they were tapping into that was so much bigger than the mind could comprehend, so much vaster than the mind can understand. And really, they believed we are eternal beings. As if we believe that we are not alone, we believe that we're eternal. So it's really a deep exploration. And I've also, in this exploration, come to realize that there's a real deep false program ingrained in our society that gets us to believe that our goodness is dependent upon an action or a merit. And, I definitely took this program on from my family conditioning, telling me that I had to be perfect in order to be loved. But the reality is that our goodness has nothing to do with anyone. You are inherently good and wonderfully made, and that is entirely because you are not alone. You do not exist on your own. And this is such a gift and a blessing in our lives. It's something that we can be thankful for and gracious about in every single moment. But what happens, though, is the worry or doubt creeps in and gets us to believe otherwise. And it gets us to believe that we are alone, that we're lost, or that, something is wrong. And, really this is going to keep happening until the mind is not the strong driver, doesn't exist as forefront. So this is a promise that we are given. I will take you by the hand and keep you. These aren't just words written. They are a truth that we all experience in every moment. There's always a hand reaching out to you, a place to rest on, to lean on, to support you. to hold you up so you can walk and take steps. And if you tumble, there's a hand to help you back to your feet. Even in the pain and the trauma, there's a hand reaching out to you. You are not alone. You are loved. Breathe that in. See how that hand has been with you throughout your life, holding you, nurturing you. It may not come in the form you wanted, but it was exactly as you needed. You are loved as you are. You are loved as you are.